Week 1 is finally here, and the Chiefs have one of the more unusual travel weeks you'll see, an 11-hour flight to São Paulo, Brazil, to take on the Chargers. That kind of trip compresses practice windows, increases soreness, and forces adjustments to timing and recovery. When travel is this heavy, special teams and conditioning suddenly matter even more. And yes, when Dave Tube admits he's getting too old for this, you know the team is feeling the strain. They'll practice after landing, but it's not the same as a normal week, so expect coaches to tweak reps and rely on veteran instincts. On the injury front, there are a few items you need to track. Jawan Taylor said long travel sometimes means he'll need his knee drained. He did an off-season cleanup and will monitor things after the flight. Rookie Jalen Royals didn't practice due to knee tendonitis and is trending toward not playing in Week 1. Combine that with Rashad Rice's 6-game suspension and Hollywood Brown missing much of camp with a foot-ankle issue, and the wide receiver room is thinner than ideal heading into the opener. Still, the offense isn't panicking. The likely starter group, when healthy, looks like Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, and a rotation between Juju Smith-Schuster and Tyquan Thornton depending on the play call. Worthy and Juju being in their second year in the system matters. That familiarity short-circuits growing pains and helps timing with Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes even said the offense prepared this offseason knowing Rice would be out for a defined period, so the playbook has been adjusted rather than rebuilt. Translation: the Chiefs are going to distribute Rice's responsibilities across multiple players rather than trying to replace him with a single body. Expect heavier two tight end looks early, Kelsey and Noah Gray with Robert Tonyan available as a third, because that helps the run game and gives Mahomes more security in the pocket to pick his spots. Isaiah Pacheco being healthier and focused on a contract year could stabilize early down production, and effective run plays open up the play-action pass that makes this offense lethal. That matters against a Chargers defense that runs tight zone coverage and forces offenses to be disciplined. Special teams will be more important than usual in this travel week. Nico Ramirez has looked like your punt returner after a strong camp, and kick returns will rotate between Thornton and Brashard Smith depending on matchups. In a compressed week, field position swings faster than usual, so those reps can be game-altering. Now let's talk about the left side of the offensive line, because that may determine how the entire offense performs. Rookie left tackle Josh Simmons is about to make his NFL debut against a Chargers front that's not shy about creating mismatches. Khalil Mack and that veteran front were part of one of the league's stingiest defenses last year, and they'll test Simmons early and often. Simmons has shown promise in camp and preseason, but rookie linemen make mistakes. That's a fact of life. What will separate Simmons is whether he learns quickly and avoids repeating errors. The good sign is both Matt Nagy and Simmons have highlighted his preparation. Studying film for 2+ hours a day, asking defenders in practice for feedback, and actively working to turn nerves into execution. That work ethic fits the profile of someone who could be a franchise left tackle for years. Next to him, Kingsley brings physicality in the run game, but still needs to show consistent pass protection chops. If Simmons and Kingsley can give Mahomes an extra half-second in the pocket, it opens the door to shots downfield to Worthy or Kelsey. The Chiefs don't need perfection from the left side this week. They need competence. Avoid back-breaking sacks, sustain blocks long enough for routes to develop, and open lanes for Pacheco when called upon. When the run game can reliably gain 5 yards a pop, it changes defensive behavior and frees Mahomes to make deeper, more aggressive reads. Mahomes and Nagy have talked about an aggressive mindset with the deep ball, not forcing plays, but taking shots when the progression allows. That requires the line to give Mahomes a clean window. If the left side holds up, Week 1 could be the debut where Simmons not only survives, but actually wins some reps against a veteran rush. Switching to defense, there are a few notable developments that shift the early season landscape. First, the Trent McDuffie contract situation. McDuffie is emerging as one of the league's best young corners, a true anchor for Spagnuolo's secondary. From a football standpoint, locking him up would make sense. He's young, durable, versatile, and fits exactly what the Chiefs need. From a business standpoint, waiting could mean paying more later. It's a balancing act for Brett Veach. Keep a cornerstone in the fold now at premium cost, or wait and risk the market pushing that price even higher. Either way, expect McDuffie to be central to the Chiefs' plans this season. There's also depth concern on the defensive line. Omar Norman Lott has struggled with ankle setbacks. His inconsistent progress could limit his availability. That means more snaps for guys like Tershawn Wharton and Mike Dana, and more reliance on Chris Jones and George Karlaftis early in games. Against Justin Herbert, depth matters. If the front can't rotate effectively, linebacker and secondary units will see more snaps, and fatigue could set in late. Steve Spagnuolo can dial up pressure creatively, and with McDuffie in coverage, the defense has confidence to be aggressive. But without Norman Lott available, the rotation gets thinner, and the starters have to produce more consistently. The formula is simple. Pressure Herbert early, force quick throws, and let the secondary take advantage. If Jones can collapse the pocket and McDuffie remains the steady presence in the back end, the Chiefs can tilt this matchup in their favor. Back to offense. This is where Nagy's philosophy and Mahomes' freedom really intersect. Nagy isn't trying to split plays 50-50. He's trying to keep defenses guessing. Sometimes that means leaning on the run. Other times it means letting Mahomes throw 40 times. The key is adaptability. Against the Chargers, expect tempo, motion, and layered route concepts that let Mahomes decide, take the safe option, or unleash the deep shot. Worthy's speed and Kelsey's command of the middle create multiple vertical threats, and Mahomes will be trusted to pick his opportunities. If the protection holds up, Nagy can fully open the playbook. More motion, more play action, maybe even a trick or two. The Chargers tend to keep Chiefs games close, so every creative edge matters. And don't forget Isaiah Pacheco. His ability to grind yards and wear down the defense complements the aerial attack. A strong run game forces defenses to commit more to the box, opening the play-action seams Mahomes loves. On special teams, Harrison Butker's reliability is a weapon in tightly contested games. A missed field goal or a great return can swing momentum. In a travel week where small edges matter, special teams can be decisive. Putting it all together, this opener is bigger than one win. It's a tone setter. The Chiefs are chasing a historic three-peat, and every team in the league circled Kansas City on the calendar. Starting 1-0 against a division rival sends a message. You're still the team to beat. For that to happen, the Chiefs need clean protection, disciplined defensive play, and few costly mistakes. If Mahomes gets time and the defense pressures Herbert early, the Chiefs should be in a good spot. But divisional games are rarely easy. Expect intensity, quick adjustments, and moments where individual matchups decide outcomes. Before I wrap up, I want to hear from you. Do you think Hollywood Brown will play full snaps this week despite missing most of camp? Type yes or no in the comments and tell me why. Also, do you think Josh Simmons will handle his left tackle duties well in his debut? Drop Simmons below if you're backing him. And one more ask. If you want more breakdowns like this and you want the channel to hit 5,000 subscribers, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Your support helps these previews grow and keeps the deep dive content coming. All right? Post your score predictions. Do the Chiefs start 1-0 with a statement win, or will the Chargers make life difficult? Leave your score below and let's see who gets it right.